The Manchester Derby is the most emotional Premier League rivalry, and today I'll be going over the 5 greatest derbies in history. In 2018, City hosted United and Pep Guardiola wanted this win more than ever. A thumping header kicked off the game from Vincent Kompany, but only 5 minutes later, Gundogan tucked a brilliant goal in the bottom corner. 2-0 up, and City were cruising until Pogba's equalizer with a lovely header and a simple tap-in. And quickly off a set piece, Chris Smalling scored a header in the 69th minute. Tension was rising and City didn't hold back.
Oh, what a save, De Gea! This is one of the Derby classics.
The game finished 3-2, but the Manchester Derby last year was unforgettable. Erling Haaland made his summer transfer to the Blues and hasn't stopped scoring. Phil Foden opened the game, followed by a Haaland header and another Haaland goal. 3-0 in a flash, and United were torn apart. Haaland's ball into Foden, and 4-0 was the story, until Anthony responded with a meaningless goal. Haaland got a hat-trick, and then Foden got a hat-trick. City were unstoppable, and they broke the most goals ever scored in the Manchester Derby at the Etihad. United were stunned, but they managed to pick up 2 extra goals. A remarkable 6-3 final headline left fans in tears. It was the most embarrassing match in United's history. However, in 2011, City's relentless hammering was one you would never forget. Mario Balotelli famously opened the scoring with a great finish and celebrated with nothing except a message, "Why always me?"
Balotelli! The t-shirt says it all!
Balotelli said that because everyone from around the world began criticizing Mario for his recent performances and decisions on the pitch. Balotelli confidently ended the conversation by pulling up his shirt that read, "Why always me?"
Why always him?
He scored a second goal later on, followed by an Aguero goal and a fantastic combination goal from United. It was the 80th minute and players were tired. The game was slowing to a halt until Edin Dzeko was hungry for more. David Silva nutmegged the keeper and Dzeko got his brace.
And Manchester City are turning Old Trafford blue.
A thumping 6-1 loss that left Sir Alex Ferguson devastated and the fans miserable. And although that match was intense, the Manchester Derby 10 years ago was more exciting than you could ever believe. In 2013, the Manchester Derby was truly exciting. Wayne Rooney, the top goal scorer United's ever had, unleashed a scuffed shot that surprised the entire stadium.
Took ages to win the back of the net, didn't it?
And with no confidence, Rooney picked up his second with a low-driven cross. But in the second half, City's energy was unmatched. And after De Gea's incredible double save, Yaya Toure unlocked the City's heart and the pitch was on fire. Carlos Tevez whipped in across from a corner and the Blues got their equalizer. And with the clock pushing into Fergie time, United's right back was fouled on the top of the 18, which left one man to take it.
Van Persie, the angle of this.
Robin van Persie scored the free kick with the help of a slight deflection and United were dreaming.
Oh, he's done it! It's Van Persie!
The game ended with 7 yellow cards and got United the 3 points they needed to clinch the Premier League title. Still remember this game vividly. This gives me butterflies in my stomach. Love it beyond words. This derby could not deliver more, which left the most thrilling Manchester derby of all time. September 20th, 2009. 90 minutes of football that the Premier League's best writers could never tell. 2 minutes in and Rooney gave United a smashing start, but only 10 minutes later the Reds' bloody goalkeeper Ben Foster at the time, and now aka YouTube's cycling goalkeeper, made a terrible mishandle with the ball. Carlos Tevez stole the football and City were back in it. 1-1, game on. Ben Foster, as much as I respect you, brother, I expect better. After a much needed halftime, Ryan Giggs whipped in a cross into City's box and United were 2-1 up, until City responded yet again. Craig Ballamy unleashed an absolute rocket into the top corner and the game was back on level terms. And in the 80th minute, United came back with yet another goal from a set piece. Darren Fletcher scoring his second goal of the game, United were back on top and the atmosphere was echoing. This Manchester madness didn't stop, and in the 90th minute, City came back for the 3rd time from Rio Ferdinand's loss of focus. Bellamy with the second goal of the derby, and there was no way this game could give more. And yet with dying seconds and added time, Michael Owen scored the game winner, showing that Manchester is red.
Michael Owen! Michael Owen!
Hands down the best United vs City derby that I have ever witnessed. A match full of goals, drama, and ended with 3 points. What more could we want? The match was unbelievable and stands as the best Manchester derby in history. The most thrilling rivalry in Premier League history, but as a bonus match I cannot forget about the 2011 overhead bite from Wayne Rooney. The game was tied 1-1, and Nani's whipped cross into Rooney's strike is one of the most remarkable goals in United's history. The rivalry is filled with imagination. The Manchester derby speaks passion, but if you want to hear other people's thoughts on soccer, I asked Americans the most controversial football questions.